What is up, my beautiful people? It is Adamo, your homeboy, your main squeeze, whatever you want to call me, back on Rossoneri TV. And today I'll be previewing Milan's fixture against Lazio, which will kick off at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, that's a little bit early of a fixture over here in North America, but for those of you in Europe and other parts of the world, it will be more so of a lunchtime fixture. And speaking of which, I want to know what sort of lunch you'll be eating. Could it be maybe prosciutto sandwich, a little bit of bocconcini in there? Personally, that's what I would whip up if I was watching some beautiful football on a lovely evening. But, let me know in the comments below what you guys will be eating on that beautiful afternoon. But anyways, I'll be getting into the sort of threat that Lazio will pose against Milan. Of course, they will be Milan's biggest threats that we've seen this season in the Serie A and in the Europa League qualification rounds. Of course, Lazio are a very legit team. I wouldn't rank them as high as the likes of Juventus, Napoli, Roma, but I do see them more as a Fiorentina-type team that can cause a lot of problems and potentially qualify for the Europa League. And as we've seen in previous seasons, even the Champions League. But I think, Jesus, my mouth is so dry. I think that they will definitely be Milan's biggest test this season. And the likes of Milinkovic-savic is somebody I want to pinpoint because I think he's their most dangerous player that could potentially even get poached by an even bigger Italian team. No disrespect to Lazio, they're fantastic. But as I mentioned, I don't think they're on the same level. So potentially, maybe he can go to a new team. I think that he's fantastic. And in the next couple of years, we'll definitely be seeing him move. I don't think he will be as loyal to Lazio as some of the fans will hope. But you never know. Anything can happen. But regardless, the point still stands that I think he's their most dangerous player. He gets goals, he gets assists, he dominates the midfield depending on the position that Simone Inzaghi plays him in. But of course, above him, you have the likes of Immobile, who just bags and goes for fun. Obviously not at the same standard that he was at when he was once at Torino all those years ago. But as we've seen last season and this season already, even with the national team, Immobile just gets goals, whether they're pretty or not. He gets the ball in the back of the net, which makes him a big threat for Milan. Obviously, with Lazio playing the back five, you have Lulic and Basta, potentially Lukaku, who comes off the bench at points to give some more energy, rather than Lulic, who might die off maybe a bit midway through the game. So that is a potential sub that we could be seeing. But of course, you got Lucas Leiva and Parolo, some very dangerous players. I think Lucas Leiva, he was brought in more so as a Biglia replacement, obviously, who's come to Milan, the former Lazio captain. And I think Lucas Leiva, although not nearly on the same level as Biglia, does a great job in sort of doing the dirty work, getting all the tackles in, and holding possession for the team as well. Parolo, a very overall good player. And in the defense, the big pillar there is De Vrij, who is an absolute wall, great defender that they purchased from Feyenoord, I believe, all those years ago. And I just think that Lazio will give a big run for Milan's money in this game over who will get the 3 points or whether it will be a draw. I personally think that Milan will come out on top 2-1, but maybe that is my own personal bias because either way, this game could go either way, as I was saying, because, you know, Lazio could easily get the 3 points here if Simone Inzaghi sort of tactically dominates Montella. But do I think that's going to happen? I don't think so. I think Montella will get the better of Inzaghi. But leave down below not only what you're going to be eating on that beautiful afternoon if you are in Europe, but also what your score prediction of the game is. I think maybe Bonucci could get a nice header off a corner. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the difference maker for Milan. But as I said, leave it in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to Rossoneri TV if you haven't already. It has been your boy Adamo, and as usual, peace out.